Hello Gemini, it's Marina from the Butterfly Effect, and as promised I'm going to do you a birthday reading. It is a mini snapshot of each month from June to the end of the year, very mini, but I do have sort of overall energy for you, and depending what comes out I might just do like one card per astrological house, which might be interesting, and it is one of the readings I offer just to give you an idea what it looks like, albeit this is a mini version. So the message that's come through, the main message here, is that you're missing someone, Gemini, the shallow grave with the dragonfly spirit, which is truth transcends illusion. I mean, this energy is probably very present. It does not mean that it's going to last for the next 6 months, but I'll just read you a little bit of the message. So it is sentimentality, holding on to the past, idealizing the past, refusing, not allowing yourself to get over a breakup with a friend, a move to a new town, a faded romance, parents who have divorced, or something you are convinced that you must have back in order to be happy again, mourning for what was and what you feel should have been. Very deep sadness, and yet this experience has been of great value. It is time to move on and to place all of that to rest. Working with the element of earth is most beneficial when this card and fairy come to visit. You may wish to plant a memory tree, something earthy and growing that changes to commemorate your lost love. As it grows and changes, you will heal, and memories will be sweet and sad without bitterness and pain. The earth takes forms and changes them and gives back to us what we let go of in new forms. It is time for you to stop hanging on to what has passed. Mourn and then come back to us ready to live again. So specifically, there's nothing in, well actually, in the July month, then that may be when this sort of realization or acceptance comes into play here, Gemini. This is either you as the feminine, I sort of feel this is a masculine I'm reading for, but it could go either way. It's just letting this go, I think, coming in July, having some sort of realization with the Ace of Wands in reverse, that you know, either there's a delay or something's just not getting off the ground here, and letting something go come the month of July, and it may relate to this. Truth transcends illusion. I've tried to, in case you don't know what the truth is, Gemini, I've pulled a card on that, and it is my Roar card in reverse here. So firstly, truth transcends illusion. My dragonfly spirit is here to remind you of the wisdom and truth available all times in the hidden realms. Just as a dragonfly catches your eye with its reflective wings and body, dragonfly spirit appears to tell you to pay attention to the truth beyond the illusion and recognize the insights that come seemingly out of nowhere, peeking through from behind the veil. This might be a self-realization, or it may be about someone else, but with the Roar card in reverse, this is a little bit of a warning. This indicates that there is there's something terribly wrong here, that you need to back off from a situation and look at things really coolly, maybe even take a cold shower. This indicates that misunderstandings are likely to escalate, or indeed have done. Someone has lost control or is losing control of a situation. So it is very much time to take a step back, practice some grounding exercises, meditate. Just remove yourself from any heated situations here. There does seem to be some sort of misunderstanding. The Seven of Wands in reverse with the Hierophant. So that is taking a step back. That's maybe not fighting for something, for a relationship, for a commitment, and or not competing for something that maybe once held a lot of value, or maybe indeed still does. So let's have a look at June first and foremost. I've got the Knight of Swords with the Tower card here. Now it's come up with the Tree card, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the Three of Wands in reverse. Let's see all those. I think that either someone is in isolation from their family, following possibly an argument, some sort of disturbance or disagreement here that's put them into separation from their family. Certainly for the month of June. And I sort of feel, the Gemini I'm reading for, that this may be something that they've actually quite wanted. I mean, obviously we are all in isolation here. So it may simply have been that's, I sort of don't think it is that though. I think this might be something that has been ongoing for some time, that someone is very much at odds with their family. They may feel there's some, you know, bad karma in this family. There's a couple of, you know, rotten eggs that they don't want to deal with, and they may have had a bust up here and just removed themselves from a situation. Or I mean, it can be the coronavirus, that there's just been delays. They haven't been able to get together, but certainly for the month of June, it looks like it could be a month of isolation. It could actually be, with a combination of the tree card and the tower, that this could indicate a hospital, that someone actually, a family member may be in hospital. I don't think it's you, Gemini. Although I would say with this combination, I would be very careful of any anger issues that may bubble up. That could, you know, especially with the Ra card being in reverse here, seems to be some sort of animosity and anger floating around. Yeah. So that's something to be wary of, because I could see that turning not very well, especially now I'm seeing a possible hospital here. I don't think it's you, Gemini. I think it's more than likely a family member. But it could well be a family member that you're currently in isolation from, and it may be a choice rather than a circumstance. So that's where you're coming through in June. I've already mentioned July, so there is a female here with the sun, and I think it's just getting some clarity over this female. This may have been someone who did bring you a lot of happiness in the past, and this may be indeed the person that you're missing. With the Ace of Wands in reverse and the 10 of Wands in reverse, so lots of fire energy, maybe a fire sign, but there's something not happening. There's something not getting off the ground here. The 10 of Wands in reverse is usually dropping a burden, but it's also kind of really not knowing what direction to take after the completion of something. There's almost a feeling a bit lethargic and just not having direction. But at the same time, we are at least getting some sort of clarity over a relationship here with a female. Now, there's two women come up in the spread. There's one in December as well. This is likely to be an older female than the one coming up in December. It could be a family member. It could be your mother, your wife, your girlfriend. Let's have a look. Who's my woman in the 10 of Wands reverse for Gemini? See the big picture in reverse. Giraffe spirit. Suddenly get a feeling that someone's short. Not tall like a giraffe. So this is somebody who doesn't see the big picture. They're very focused on their reality. They have got their back turned to this Ace of Wands and the clarity. I almost sort of feel that they're moving in a new direction with the Stag Spirit. Take the lead here. I feel like they just don't want to deal. They don't want to deal with the situation. With the Swan Spirit, this can be someone who appears very regal, very put together, very calm, even though there's a lot going on beneath the surface. This is not someone who's going to let you know that they are ruffled in any way. So that's July, and into August. There's a real warning on this one. Don't know if this is you, Gemini, or someone you're connected to, but the clock has run out here for someone getting rumbled. Yeah, it literally feels like somebody's going to get caught with their hand in the cookie jar here, with the 7 of Swords reverse, and the clock's run out. It's come through with the dice and the 9 of Wands in reverse. I sort of feel this is just someone giving up. hands up. Yeah, it was me. God, take me away. There's some sort of risk that someone is maybe going to take here, and I mean, obviously this is 4 armed, it's 4 wands, so this would suggest if anyone's taking any sort of risks financially, you know, it could be fraud, in all honesty, then they are going to get caught if they go down this route. If it's something that's already happened in the past and you're aware who this person is, or indeed it is you, this could sort of suggest that the law could very much catch up with you here, Gemini, or whoever it is that you're thinking of. This may be this family member that you've ostracized and removed yourself from, because, as I say, there's a bit of a bad apple in the family tree there. What is the dice with the 7 of Swords in reverse for Gemini in August? Yeah. There's a thief here. It could be the main male. It could be with regards to property and the house here. God, this feels like a real family drama playing out here. So if there is a thief, and hopefully it's not the Gemini I'm reading for, then they do get rumbled here come in August, unless, you know, they make some sort of changes. But if it's something they have already done, then the clocks run out here. And I do actually see some exposure coming through in September. I actually see someone trying to run for the sun here. This is a emigrate, you know. Escape the long arm of the law come August. They might head to sunnier climes, try to get on a plane, a train, an automobile. This is like major change. It's almost like the knocks at the door, and you know, they know that they're rumbled, and they've been, like, you know, dobbed in or whatever, and this is them legging it, making a break for it. There might be a lot of rumours about this. There's certainly high anxiety, and I do have a Queen of Pentacles in reverse with the 3 of Cups in reverse. So I don't know if this is who the Queen of Pentacles is. I don't think it's a Gemini I'm reading for. It can be, but this is usually the wife. It's sort of suggesting that this may even be someone who is married, who has committed some sort of crime, and they are literally having to leave behind their marriage partner. I mean, it's, you know, they can't have both. It's like they can't stay there and, you know, be in a relationship, because they're going to get nabbed and probably put away. So yeah, a lot of anxiety come August. I do sort of see a run for the sun here. Major change, and with the Queen of Pentacles being in reverse again, it could sort of allude to financial issues here, and maybe more than one party being involved here. I mean, it could be more than one family member here that's up to no good. And moving into where are we? June, July, August, September, October. Goodness gracious me. So here we go. Justice in reverse with the Garden. So this is public. This is something that becomes public, that people are now aware of. This is like a social injustice in actual fact, or something that has been done publicly and has broken the law. So there's something coming to light here. I do have a Knight of Wands who probably is the culprit, but this is someone who is literally unraveling here. We've got the Clouds card. This is having a lot of doubt, a lot of anxiety, not knowing which way to go, just mind on overdrive. And with the Knight of Wands in reverse, this is someone who is erratic, who doesn't take responsibility for their action, you know, does not exercise any sort of long-term thinking. Every decision they make is just it's like one disaster after another. This person's like falling over themselves, going I don't know. There's like, oh crikey, it's all over the shop. This is possibly a masculine. Again, I'm sort of getting that it's a family member here. This is the Emperor in reverse. This could be someone's father. Or this could literally just be the Emperor with the Justice card in reverse. You know, the Judge. This is someone in uniform. This is the authorities coming in here. But it does feel the Six of Cups. It's like they don't know whether to run or just to sit and give up. But with this snake here, snake in the grass. So it's like maybe even a friend that someone has trusted is the person that, you know, dobs them in. A family member, a lover, a friend. I think there's someone that someone has trusted that they shouldn't have trusted. It's more than likely a masculine. But yeah, there's some sort of public injustice or even exposure here that there's been some sort of law breaking or wrongdoing, and someone is literally unraveling because of it. And moving into November, I've got the lilies with the fox here. So this is the deceit. And it's with the Temperance card in reverse. So it could be a Sagittarian. This again, it just feels that someone is kind of, you know, they've lost their way. They're really struggling to, you know, get themselves on an even keel here. They're looking back here at the Empress. This could be the wife or the mother. So I've got the Emperor in reverse, but here is the Empress upright. She's come through with the lilies. This is someone who's usually pretty peace-loving. Certainly someone older, coming back to this one here. I feel like there's someone here who's pissed off at this Empress. They're pissed off at the fact that they seem together, that their life is not a bloody mess. And someone's just literally pissed off at that, the fact that they don't have that and they are in a bit of a mess. And moving into December. So we have... the compass, not the compass, sorry, magnifying glass, the bouquet, and the females. This is looking really closely at someone. Now, this can just be a beautiful woman, but this combination, I actually see the bouquet here as a gift because it's come through with the Ace of Pentacles. What someone is looking at here is their lack of strength in a situation. There's been some sort of weakness here. Either this female has been weak or regarding this female. There's a lack of strength, a lack of endurance, a loss of hope. Something hasn't been healed here. And I just feel that there's some sort of reward here with the Ace of Pentacles and the bouquet. This is a gift, a substantial gift, either from this female or coming to this female in December. This may have been someone who has, I don't know, been a supporter, I don't know. There's something really nice coming through in December, but at the same time, there's a lack of strength, there's a loss of hope. So it feels like it's not like a happy ending, if you know what I mean. It sort of feels like it's compensation. It doesn't feel quite enough. That's what I think I'm trying to say. So Gemini, that is your reading. I am just going to, because it's crucially interesting, take one card for each of your 12 astrological houses. We'll choose a new deck, which might help. Should we have? So we're going to start with, I'll just do the 12 houses. So the first house in your astrological wheel is the house of self. So this is Gemini. It's your body, it's your health, it's your attitude, it's your appearance. Gemini for June to December 2020. But it's showing house 1 for Gemini. Gemini house 1, 2020. December. The moon. So there's crikey, and the King of Swords in reverse at the base of the deck. I think there's something hidden here, Gemini. It may be you that's hiding something. There's something hidden from you. You may just be keeping yourself to yourself. I actually am picking up a little bit of fear here with regards to your own maybe health. Why is the moon here in Gemini's? Ace of Pentacles. This is the physical body in this position in house 1. So there's some concerns about your own physical health. So you might want to get yourself a health checkup if that's something that's playing on your mind. Get yourself some blood tests and, you know, look at how you're actually treating your body. Maybe look at a new exercise regime, what you're eating, what you're putting into your head, if you know what I mean. Because there's some concern here and there's some fear about your physical well-being, Gemini, and it might be something you're able to do something about if you actually confront it. And in house number 2, this is about your money, your earned income, your possessions, your job, Gemini, house 2. Well, that seems pretty stable with the Hierophant, and I've got the Queen of Pentacles at the base of the deck here. So it seems really secure, very sort of like orthodox, you know, 9 to 5. You may work for a big government or a corporation, but there's a lot of stability in your second house here. House number 3 is communication. It's your siblings, your neighbours, your social life, short journeys. Lovely, Knight of Wands. So there's a lot going on, or at least there will be. A lot of communication, a lot of traveling. Yeah, I mean, it just seems really positive. A lot's going on in your social life. You might be dating a lot, interacting with a number of individuals here. Just from everything else that's come up in your reading, just sort of been drawn back to my Roar card, who I kind of see as similar energy. Just bear in mind that, you know, a certain amount of moderation and temperaments might be good. Not to get, you know, too hot-headed and, you know, drive too fast and, you know, entertain, you know, numerous people at the same time. It might feel a little bit too much for you. And house number 4 is your home, your roots, your family, and your mother, Gemini. Home, roots, family, and mother, house 4. What can you tell us? So we're just working away. Let me see. House 4. You might be doing some work to the house. You might be renovating your property. And it's the Ace of Cups. So you're working on love. I mean, you might literally be working on, you know, self-love. You might be working on your relationship with your mother, with your wife, with family members. This is like trying to fix something that's a bit broken. As I say, you are coming up sort of in isolation here. So you might be making some efforts here, Gemini, to try and put things right and bring things into, you know, heal a situation through a hard, consistent effort. 1, 2, 3, 4. So house 5 is romance, is love affairs, fertility. So we're coming out with the Hermit in reverse, which is excellent. So again, coming back to that June month, a time of isolation. So at some point you are going to come back into the fold, so to speak. Get out of the house and maybe involve yourself with more groups, more hobbies. You're feeling a little bit dissatisfied on the love romance front here, Gemini. So there may be someone you're missing. Oh, correct, we did say that, didn't we? You're missing someone. So you're not over something that's happened, a breakup. I mean, it could be a family member, but I feel you're sort of trying to dig yourself out here, but you're missing someone. You're maybe not taking opportunities that are coming your way because you're bound to something that's ultimately unhealthy. There's a real sort of codependency and an intensity about this area of your life, your romantic life, love affairs. There's not a lot of joy and happiness here. Now, what I will say with that combination, because the Devil, and I've got the Five of Cups as well, so really are missing someone, Gemini, is that the Hermit being in reverse can sometimes be about avoiding looking at ourselves in any depth. It can be sort of not learning from our past mistakes and, you know, thus repeating them. So that might be something you want to look at, Gemini, not just this relationship where you're currently missing someone, but all of your relationships, and try and pick up some sort of pattern in your behaviour, in their behaviour, why you pick who you pick, that sort of thing. And maybe try and, you know, unearth that to help you move on. And in your house, the 6th house, and people do say this is the health house. To me, it's not. It's always your first house. To me, this is the house of illness. And Page of Cups in reverse. So this is kind of mirroring this first house here. I do get that there's a little bit of worry here. It can be about your daily habits, your routines, your fitness, your pets. The 6th house for Gemini. Waiting on the 4 of Wands. I feel you need to put more effort in here, Gemini. The 7 of Pentacles is basically waiting. Whenever I pull this card, I usually have a bit of a dull day, especially on my shares. I'm just sitting watching them. They're either doing nothing or going, you know, red. And it's just a bit disinterest, dull, can't get excited about anything. That's really what I'm getting here. So it's maybe you need to look at your routines and your daily habits and try and mix things up a wee bit, even a very little change, you know. I don't know, what you have for breakfast, what time you get up at, what time you go and do your exercise or your daily walk if you're still in lockdown. There's something you need to look at here. And the health house, so I'm coming back to that in the first house. Waiting on something. You might be waiting on news and it's not coming through. The 6th house, Gemini. 2 of Pentacles. That is absolutely spinning. Didn't know if I wanted to be upright or not. So I feel there is an imbalance here, and it's something that you need to look at. Your daily routines, your health, coming back to your health. Other than missing someone and working on, you know, bringing your family back to a place of contentedness, your money looks good. There's plenty of activity with brothers and sisters and getting out and about. I feel this is the main issue. And relationships, house number 7. This is marriage, business partners, your spouse. And we have the Death card. So I think we're sort of repeating ourselves here. So there is an ending here with the Ace of Wands. It may even be a divorce you're dealing with, Gemini, with the Justice card in reverse, which has caused a lot of angst and pressure in your life, and that's why you're probably still stuck in this position. In your 8th house, this is the house of shared finances, sex, death, taxes. 6 of Swords in reverse. So we're not able to get clear of something here. This is almost like you can't get a clean break. This is shared finances. This is your partner's resources. It can also be like assets and property. So you're kind of stuck with something here. I sort of feel you're in that place where you know the relationship is over and you're desperately missing someone, and what needs sorting out is all the you know, the money, the property, the assets, the debts, and you can't get clear of that. In your head, you can't get clear of that. And I think you're actually still hoping for a reunion here so that you maybe don't have to deal with that at all. Okay, and in your 9th house, this is travel, philosophy, learning, law and religion. 9th house for Gemini. Look at something new here. Ace of Swords, and there might be something You might want to go somewhere new. You might want to learn a new subject. There's some sort of new truth or insight coming in here. That seems really positive, so I'm not even going to clarify it. And then your 10th house, oh Christ, too many. Your 10th house is your public image. It's the house of the father. Fame is what you're known for. It's, you know, your career, if you like. Let's see. 7 of Swords. So we've got the 7 of Swords in your July, August month. This is something to look out for. You may actually be considered someone who's maybe disreputable, or dealing with someone who's disreputable, someone who is a bit shady, or this could be the masculine or the father in your life is known to be a bit deceitful. Okay, we're getting confirmation of this again, Gemini, Judgment. Someone's time is up, so whoever's been up to no good is most definitely getting nabbed here. Okay, and it's going to be public knowledge. Number 11, house 11 is the groups. It's the hopes and wishes. Magician in reverse. So this is, yeah. This is trickery as well. This is Slick Harry. You never know who's going to like take you to your redemption in the Judgment card, because it is Hermes in the Judgment card. Or he's going to, you know, bury you. Shallow grave. Okay, let's not go there. There is, again, some sort of clarity coming up here with the 5 of Swords reverse. This is somebody who's failed. This is someone selfish who's tried to take what they wanted with no thought for who they trampled in the process here. This Magician, this could be you, Gemini. I mean, it's not going to be the Geminis I'm reading for, surely. But if it is, it's all coming to light. And in number 12, house number 12 is your endings, karma, your subconscious, the house of self-undoing, is the 9 of Cups. So this is wish fulfillment. Let's have a look. It can also be greed. Subconscious, endings, karma. The Knight of Swords in reverse. This is your energy, Gemini. You came through upright in your June reading. This is you in reverse here. So it's kind of, again, warning you about anger, temper, aggression. That ultimately could actually be your undoing, because it is the house of self-undoing. Chariot in reverse here. Kind of sort of felt that in June, and I think you need to be careful about your travelling and your speed. Knight of Wands, I don't know if you're someone, or you know who this is, and there's someone who drives very quickly. I think there's a warning in that. So someone who could have an argument and then just jump in a car, drive really quickly, and it gets a bit messy. But this is in the subconscious, so there's a lot of anger here. There's almost a feeling of some sort of entitlement, that something should be yours that isn't yours. And it may even be like slightly passive aggressive. Now that would absolutely affect your health, coming back to this. So that's maybe something that you maybe want to address. So Gemini, that is your reading. I'm just going to take you an advice card for the rest of the year. Okay. Gemini advice for 2020. I just want one advice card for Gemini. Okay. It's time for a treat, Candy Cane Angel. This is like sort of denying yourself the pleasurable things in life. Always waiting for, you know, the perfect time to, you know, treat yourself to a new outfit, or buy yourself something lovely, or just be kinder to yourself. This is my sort of self-punishment card. So treat yourself, Gemini, basically. Don't wait. Candy cane angel. Let me just see if there's anything more in it. 37. The candy cane angel is in charge of letting you know when it is time for some little luxuries that will reconnect you with your self-love and self-worth. She too holds back from giving to herself, as she is such an earnest and industrious little angel, but her message is always clear. It is time for some fun. It is definitely time to have a treat, to give yourself the thing you've been putting off until you've worked hard enough or saved enough money or done without long enough. This card can come up for people who've been taught to save before they buy. A wonderful strategy, but at times this can tip over into almost habitual denial. You truly deserve some pleasure at this time in whatever form you have been denying yourself. Do not rationalize or talk yourself out of it any longer. The candy cane angel has appeared. She has made a bargain with you, and you are now going to have some fun, whether you like it or not. Come back to this. Okay, there you go. A real mixed bag. Absolutely fascinating. Would love to hear your comments if you know who I'm reading for, or indeed if it is you. So please like, subscribe, reach out for a personal, and please do bear in mind it is a general reading. It is just a story. Take care. Bye.